right, so now that we have the course online, we have to work on trying to make it an actual course on the site under the learning. So this is a quick overview on how to do that. To get more specific, on the site under training courses and documentation, there's a bunch of YouTube videos they have set up, from specifics on how to create a new course to how to create a new module to just about everything, to how to create quizzes, how to enroll students, all of this over again. This is going to be a quick overview on how to do that. So the best way I found to create this is from the outside going in. What I mean by that is there are basically 4 things to building a course. There is the training course itself. There are modules inside of the course. There are units, which are inside the modules, and then there's tests on every module. So the way to think about this is a training course could be English 101, a module could be about Browning, and then there could be a specific unit that dealt with Browning's poems and the tests accordingly. So to show you an example, I would go through training courses and set up a new one. Here's the one that I created originally for you. Add course. And we'll call this one English 101. And we want to have this one available for everyone. There's other options in here, such as you can only view it once you complete, and you can move on slowly, versus be able to see everything. And we'll save this. So that's our first course. Now the next step is to create a module that we want to add to it. So we'll go through to Add Module over here on the left. And I'll create a module, and we'll have it be called, say, Browning, and the training course. And here's the one that we just had before, English 101. So we'll choose that. And I'll call the module About Her Poetry. Okay, so now we have a module, and it's tied to our course. If we went back in here to training courses, you could see that our English 101 has our Module 1 Browning added to it. So the next bit is to add a unit. So I'll go here to Course Units, and I'll go to Add a New Unit. And I will add in here Browning Poetry. Okay, so here is my whole unit, and I will publish it. Now on yours, when you publish your unit, to be specific, I have one already laid out with iframes. You can see in here I put in iframe and the source, and here is the LMS Creating Partnerships story.html, which was the story that we had pulled up here, this location here. So you can just use this whole thing, copy it, and paste it right in there with the newest location for your courses. Let me actually put that in here. All right, so now we have a course, a module, and a unit. The next bit is adding the quiz. So let's create a quiz. Going to Add Quiz Survey, and we'll call this one Browning Loves Waves. Description is not needed, and this one we'll say is a non-blocking quiz, which means you can continue going on regardless of your pass mark. So it's not going to set a minimum for the amount that you need to pass it. And now that I'm in here, I can add a question like add multiple choice. And again, if you want to know more about these, this can be handled inside the documentation. But I will go through and do a quick one of how many ways does 2. And by clicking on the radio button, it will let you know it's the correct answer. Good enough. Save quiz. So now we have to put all of this together into one full course. You can do that by going back to your training courses. So here's our English 101, and there's this button here for modules, units, and quiz ordering. So now I can see, attached to it, here's my Module 1 Browning. I want to add the unit of poetry, and I want to add my unassigned quiz to this too. So there it is, my course is completely done. My next bit is to add someone to it. You can do that through Users. Now you find the user you want, like we'll use Andy as an example, and we'll click on this Update Course Access Permissions and say, yep, you can access this course too. That's pretty much all there is to it. Now when you go through the learning module, you'll see English 101 and can go through the test too.